So just wanted to touch in with you guys. It's been 5 or 6 days since my last video. Um, Everything's a go. I was actually confirmed on my new career. Um, I'll be leaving next week, like I said, to go to Dallas for a couple of weeks, probably 2 weeks. They said if everything was going smooth, probably a week and a half, because a lot of people that go up to train for this position um, have not been in the moving business as long as I have. I've been in the moving business continuously straight. I've never done anything else. It's going on my 36th year. So they said there's a few classes and things that I don't need to partake in, so maybe they'll let me come home early. If they do, we're going to do some ripping and bashing for sure, because I'm jonesing for some bashing, guys. Got a few things going on. I want to touch base. It's an ugly day outside. It never fails, man. Every day that I have off has been raining and ugly. I need to mow the grass. I was going to mow the grass today. It looks terrible. My little chihuahuas, man, they tiptoe around all the grass. But anyway, we'll get it done. I fired this up last night. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. She's coming along. I've also got a set of trenchers that I could put on here. I had a 24 millimeter wheel wrench, and I sent it up to my brother David RC with the XXL when we made that deal. So, and I looked in my toolbox, and I can't find a 24 millimeter hex that'll actually fit in here, or a 24 millimeter socket that'll fit in there. They've got the Dynamite 24 millimeters in there, but I'm gonna have to go to I'll probably order one, but I want to try some different wheels and rims on here. You have to, these LSTs come with 20 millimeter axle stubs. So the normal is that tire up there at the top. It's 20 millimeter, but you can get, obviously I got 24 millimeter adapters there, but I also have these Hot Racing. These are 20 millimeter to 17 millimeter adapters right here. So we're gonna check out some different tires and rims for these. There were a set of Big Joes up there at my local hobby shop. Shout out RCHQ. Shout out Elliot. I'm not avoiding you guys, man. I've just been busy. I've been out of town basically for the past week and a half with work, but I'll get by there soon, Elliot, I promise. I know that we were talking about, I'm going to be picking up a Futaba controller with a couple of receivers that I'll probably use specific until I can afford to buy more receivers for the two Technos. So I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of the newer ones a year or so ago. I'm thinking. I think that's what he said. But I love my Spectrum. I know a lot of people down Spectrum, but I've never had any issues with my Spectrum. Not like I did with that Fly Sky, what was it, the 4TS or whatever, the one with the screen on it. It was a cool controller, but it just, I don't know. I think that would be a better controller for an E-Word with all the different apps and stuff on that screen. But anyway, we're going to be getting a Futaba controller, and I wasn't planning on it. It just kind of popped in, being used, but Elliot takes really good care of his stuff, so I know it's in, you know, grade A condition. So I haven't run anything, man. I actually went out of town. The last trip I went out of town, as y'all remember, I loaded all my stuff up, including the Hyper 7. But I took the wrong controller. I'd forgotten that the Hyper I had bound, and I don't know why I had it bound to that. I just never switched it over. But there's two vehicles that I have bound on my old DX4C. And I love these, man. This one and the silver one, the 3C, I think it's a DX3C. Never any problems with those, man. That's why I like Spectrum. Now, you know, I'm not a racer or anything like that, so I didn't really have a need for a $500 controller. But Elliot, Hopefully he still has it. I haven't talked to him in a week, but and if not, that's cool. But we'll try out the Futaba. I know they're supposed to be the best, that and the Sanwas. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If he still has it, I'm gonna pick it up. He's offered me a great deal. He's buying the newest, latest, greatest Futaba. So let me show you guys what I've been doing here. Let's start out with, you know what? Let's start out with the NB 48.4. Look at that bad to the bone custom body, man. I don't know if some of you guys might have seen this on eBay or not, but I scooped it out. Shout out Chevy '09 for working the deal with me on this. And it's nice. I hate cutting these out, though. I think I did pretty good. The first time I did it, I didn't cut out where the engine goes, the engine hole enough so it was catching. But everything is good there. And it seems like it's really tight. I got to go over to my son-in-law Braden's and pick up. He's got a outer saver for me for this motor savers, but it seemed really tight in here. I know that I can't remember who it was. Somebody out there said that it fit on the MB 48.4, but it fit really well with my J Concepts body, that finisher body. No problem, plenty of room, but it seems to be binding a little bit here. So I may end up having to pick up a new air filter for this one. If anybody has any suggestions, you know, of a good air filter for this one. I know that it's just the stock one, really, but if anybody has any upgraded or next level as far as filters for this, let me know. I mean, I got to do a little more research. It seemed like everything was really tight in there, and I don't want it to push down on the linkage, you know, your throttle brake linkage in any way. But body came out good. It's marked DP, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure it's the person that painted the body. But it's definitely custom painted, because you can see, you know, the lines are not perfect. They're really good, but you can see little imperfections. Sweet, though. I don't know if I want to put any Techno stickers on it. I ordered a sticker sheet for the MB 48.4, but man, she's really nice. So it's my first custom painted body, man, and I'm really proud of it. And I know y'all are saying, man, he's going to bash the hell out of that. But I'm going to try not to. I like to try and keep at least one body, you know, as a show body. So we'll try and keep this one nice for as long as I can. I always say that, but as you know, we've thrashed everybody that I've got. I mean, everybody. I tell you, the one that's taken the most abuse right here, once again, most durable RTR. Hyper 7. I need to pick up another body for that too, because it's cracked right here. But look, I mean, in this one, is this one shoe good? No, this one wasn't shoe good. This one was shoe good. No, that one wasn't either. Which one of my bodies was shoe good? Oh, I guess it's the one that's on there right there. And there's another one that's shoe good. I don't remember which one it was. Oh yeah, it's this one. But, you know, that's what we do. We bash, man. We've taken advantage of it and beating them down. Same thing with this one, man. She's in pretty good shape. These J Concepts bodies are really thick, man. I really like these bodies. Try to stick with that if I can. This is an actual Techno MB 48.4 body. Man, I'm just in love with this thing, man. It's sweet. I wish it was purple. I wish this was purple, though, man, to match my beloved Novorossi P5. All right, guys, let's start down here. Don't mind the trash can. I got to clean this filter. So we picked up brand new. I found it. You really can't find these too many places. Brand new Mugen MBX5 tank. There's no guides, you know, or hose holders on these things, so it was a little bit of a chore trying to figure out how I wanted it. I just used some shrink wrap here, not only to protect it from the heat, but to keep it together, and then I just used little grommets for the rest, but it should be okay. Everything fits. I need to put my tank pull on there, just like everybody else. My tank pulls, I use zip tie, and then I put some fuel line on the end. Another reason I'm glad that I didn't, I'm not glad, but another reason I didn't get to run this when I was there, and I'm glad I didn't, the wheel was moving around a lot. One of my kingpins had come out of the caster block, I think it's called, or the steering knuckle, and it was just flopping around. So you got to Loctite anything that goes into aluminum. Loctite them. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. But anyway, so new tank on here. She's back together, ready to go. I went on to, I think it was a Nitro House, has a lot of parts for these. I want to pick up. This is not an actual engine mount down here. This is a King Head's engine mount, and it's for a different vehicle, so I had to mill off the ends of it, and it works fine. But over there at Nitro House, they've got the correct engine mounts, so I'm probably going to pick those up, along with some A-arms and stuff like that. I want to get a few additional parts for it, because I really love this MBX5, man. In a little while, we're going to be headed out, man. I'm going to do some shopping and stuff. I got to go buy some new clothes, man. I haven't worn anything other than mover stuff, you know, my uniform, shorts, which consisted of black shorts or green and white, all my son's shirts, tennies, and a cap, you know. It's what I've worn for, at this company, the last 11 years, and all together, man. You know, I've got some nice clothes for when we go out and things like that, but nothing really for the corporate world or sales, you know, in general. So it's a big change to me. I got to go buy a whole new wardrobe today. So ought to be fun, though. My wife and I are going to have a good day, and then we're going to meet my in-laws and my daughter and her boyfriend. Probably go get some seafood or something later on. But things are clicking, man. I'm so grateful right now. I give thanks every day to God for everything that He's blessed me with. And, man, you guys, you got to pray. You got to pray for... You got to give thanks for the great things in life, and you got to give thanks for the crappy days too, man. Because the crappy days help build you and make you a better person to have a better day the next day. That's how I feel anyway. So I'm just so grateful, man, and life is good. So anyway, all right, so MBX5 for the 8T, picked up a new tank here. Guys, I firmly believe in changing out your tanks, as told to me by the Nitro Nerd. He's got a video on it. I'll change my tanks out after probably a couple of gallons. And some of these vehicles, you really got to try and look hard and deep to find them if you have an older platform. So I wish I could have found two of these. I'm going to stay on the prowl for them, and I'll pick up another one. But about every couple of gallons, I'll switch out my tank, especially these low-C ones, because the hole, you know, if you guys have these 8Ts or 4.0s, you know that the fuel line goes straight through a grommet in the tank. There's no nipple or anything, and sometimes that gets a little wallowed out, and you're getting a little bit of an air leak. So, especially on the 8T, guys, change out your tanks periodically. Still going to be running the LRP, still money on the differentials. Here's my other two diffs that I finished up. They're ready to go. Here's the rear. The only thing that I don't have on these spare ones are the lightened diff cups, output drive cups, but they're good to go, man. Front and rear spares. Money. This one is brand new, so it's got just a little bit of tightness in it. It's hard to turn with my finger, but yep, we got spares. We're good. I mixed up some more after run. This is what I do my after run in right here. And basically this is about half AMSOIL MP, the best metal protector on the planet. The other half of it, or I wouldn't say half, almost half of it, is this right here, which is Napa Air Tool lubricant, but you can use, you know, whatever, Air Tool lubricant, and then just a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil. that's my after run, guys. But I feel that it's worked better for me, and I haven't had any type of corrosion by using at least half of metal, whether you use WD-40 or whatever you use. I love this stuff, AMSOIL, man. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Bodegel. I've always known about AMSOIL, but not in RC, so shout out to Mr. Bodegel on this. I've used this for quite a while, and he hooked me up on it. He got me hooked on it. MP. And also used the AMSOIL Severe gear for my bearings. That is what is in here. This one right here. Well, both of these. These are the little things you need for your bearings, guys. These little bottles. They got these needles on the end of them so you can get up under that shield. And you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to over lubricate it. Alright, guys. What else? Alright. So the main attraction. Been working on the LST. As y'all know, she's almost ready to go. When I get back from training, guys, there should be a new engine waiting for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Novorossi 28.8 in here. Obviously not a Rex, but the Truggy version. It will be the pull start. Thought about roto start, but you know what? I'm staying old school. Pull start, and I'll show you guys after a while. I know we can't do a running video, but I'm going to fire this thing up for y'all. Show you how easy it is to fire up with the pull start. You know, a lot of those things I learned from the Nitro nerd on, you know, you should be able to start this thing in 3 pulls if you primed it and set everything up proper. So, but she's ready to go. I got a new receiver box for her. It's like $7 over there. And a brand new tank, guys. Another item that's hard to find, just like the MBX5. You're going to be hard-pressed to find one of these. Shout out David RC again, man. You're my brother for life, man. You've helped me out in everything. And, you know, you and I talk behind the scenes more than anybody else that I communicate with on YouTube, and I appreciate everything about you, everything about your family, all your encouragements, not just in RC, but you encourage me in my personal life. Thank you. Anyway, so we picked these tanks up. There were 3 or 4 of them. They went quick. Come back. I got one, and David got at least one, if not 2, and then somebody else got one. So this tank is still good, but I'm just going to hold on to it as a spare, and we'll use this brand new one for now. So what else? We ran new fuel lines. These LSTs are a little tricky in the fuel lines, but they're good to go. We got a new servo in here for my throttle and brake linkage. I was going to put a spring here, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's pretty straight across. You always want your throttle linkage to be straight. To pull your throttle slide out straight. So this is one of these servos that I got over there at that hobby shop that was closing down. That piece of Crapplebee's hobby shop. And but I do have 2 Traxxas waterproof servos underneath for the steering, and they're working just fine. We'll upgrade them later on when I get back. But we're definitely going to have a Truggy 28.8 pull start to put in here because I want the power. There's nothing wrong with this dynamite, man. This dynamite is brand new. It's only really been broken in and run once or twice, and she fires right up. But let me tell you guys what I did. Rookie mistake, man. And you got to be careful because, you know, as people have told us many times before, these needle seats are brass, and they will break easy, and that's what happened. I was using my don't spill that, I believe it's an 8mm. What is this? A 7mm, and I was tightening the needle seat, and it broke. I broke it off. I was able to get it out because it was sticking out pretty far. But you got to be real careful, guys, and you know, I'm still consider myself a newbie, and I should have known better, but it happened, and we but we got it taken care of. No big deal. I wanted to see. I love this 454 right here. Uh, this Losi 454 has been bad to the bone, man. Powerhouse. The carburetor is great on this thing. I love it, and it still works today. So it's interchangeable with this Dynamite 2.8. So just for kicks, I've already fired it up. She idles perfect, runs perfect. We're actually running the Losi 454 carburetor on this .28. I feel that some of the some parts were probably manufactured and produced with a little more quality a few years back. So that was my theory in this. The carburetor that came on this Dynamite 28.8 felt a little cheesy to me. And the slide was sticking almost like it was bent or catching. And I don't know if that's something I did or what. Seems okay now, and it fits on here easy. I have to get another needle seat for it. But I really like this Losi carburetor from the 454, and it's just a 2 needle carb. Basically the same thing, just an older version. So I took it apart and I cleaned everything really well. And when I get back later on this afternoon, we'll fire this thing up and I'll show y'all how easy it is to run and how well and smooth she idles. So I'm really excited. We're going to look in, like I said, into some different tires and rims. This thing is good. It's really low slung. These aren't the threaded shock bodies. They have the clips. That's the only thing is when I was building this, all these parts were... I had 4 huge totes of parts over at RCHQ, and everything in there was given to me at 50% off, you know, to help support me in my LST builds. As y'all know, I built 7 or 8 LSTs. Got one of my LSTs over there right now in the back. Whoever bought it, they ran the hell out of it. It went in beautiful and brand new, and it came back beat to hell, which is good. That means that they had a lot of fun with it, and that makes me feel good that I built a product that someone really enjoyed. So, but I'm thinking about picking it back up, or Elliot may donate it to me. Maybe we can do another little build series on the LST for some of you old school monster truck guys. But anyway, guys, that's about it, really, man. These LSTs are beasts, man. Only thing is you can't bump start them, but you know what, man? Bump start, pull start, roto start, it's all fun, guys. Don't ever feel like you're beneath somebody because, you know, no matter what people say and do, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are backtracking now and you know they screwed up and they're you know, without apologizing, saying they're not apologizing, but they're apologizing. I can see it. And that's good to want to make a change, man, but there's a lot of damage done out there with some people and their attitudes towards newbies and you know that are in this hobby, man. It's a shame that people have been so crappy, you know, towards newbies in their whips, man. There's nothing wrong with this, guys. If this is what you got, make it the best that you possibly can and run the hell out of that thing, man. I'm a firm believer in, you know, bettering yourself, bettering your hobby, anything and everything you do it to the next level, man. Don't listen to what, you know, people say as far as, yes, it's great to upgrade, yes, it's good to progress, man, but master what you got first. Learn on it, master it, you know. This whip right here, man, it came in, all it was a chassis. I had the greatest time rebuilding this, man. It's taken me a while because I was doing all my truggy and buggy stuff, man. But I love these LSTs. I think they're awesome. But just keep positive, people. Don't let negative Nellies get you down, and never backtrack, you know. If you're going to be a jackass, stay a jackass. No, I'm just kidding. Don't stay a jackass, but... y'all know what I mean, man. Try to better yourselves, better your whips, better your platforms. But if you don't have it, if you can't afford it, if you're not next level, don't worry about it, man. Just have fun. It's about having fun, people, and that's it. So, I think that's about it, guys. Seriously, so many projects going on right now. The boat's taking a back seat. I'm gonna get it going. I mean, it runs. This is the engine. This is an OS Max point 40 marine engine. It's got a water jacket on the top. Water comes in from the pickup at the rear of the boat, right there. Circulates through and comes out the side on the other side, just like, just like a regular boat marine engine. But, I've got this thing full after run. It's got a rotary carb. I love this boat, man. This engine right here is basically brand new. You should see the size of the piston in this thing, man. It's huge. Alright, guys. I'm going to get ready to go have some fun with the old lady. Oh, I got to order some more fuel, man. I've been waiting, with this training and everything. Money's been a little bit tight. But it's about to explode, man. And I had already planned on, I'm buying two more I'm buying, what is it? I'm buying 6 more gallons, so 2 more orders, 24 bottles. But I am going to switch it up. I'm going to go 30-11 for my bashing, and I'm going to get a 38. I'm going to get the 38 as well, so we can try and pull a little more power out of some of these nitro engines, man. That's going to be about it, guys, man. Shout out to the normals. I never believe you can give. I heard one guy yesterday in one of his videos saying that we shouldn't give just random shout outs for anything. That's a crock of BS, man. Shout out to whoever you want, man. Shout out David RC. Shout out Island Duke, man. These are your friends. These are your family. Your co-conspirators in this hobby, man. You shout out whoever you want to shout out. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. If guys are hooking you up and they're making good comments on your channel and they're supporting you, then support them by all means. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, man. But anyway, not shouting out people, but someone out there said we were shouting people out for no reason and that we shouldn't do that, and that's ridiculous. All right, guys. It's a great day, even though it's raining, man. I give thanks for this beautiful rainy day. Even though I can't rip anything. Grr, man, I want to run my stuff, guys. I want to run my stuff. But I'll go ahead and I stayed up till 3 in the morning last night, cutting out that beautiful body. I was in here in the Nitro barn, firing up this LST. I use this hose right here. It's hard on the 053 because it's got the web, the reinforcing, so I was just having to hold it on there. But man, she fires right up, bad to the bone. Can't wait to get that Truggy 28 in there. Alright, guys, that's going to be about it. Just a rambling video, and just wanted to touch in with everybody and let y'all know I ain't a word. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be out of pocket for sure in training, but you better believe I'm taking a couple of whips with me. I'm taking a buggy and a truggy, and we're going to rip up there in Dallas, man. There's some pretty cool places up there, and I definitely want to go check out. I think there's a Lone Star. I watch a lot of Mark Santa Maria and my buddy, shout out Family Affair. He, NDRC. I'm going to go check that out. And that's the main one, and I think there's another one called Lone Star. There's a lot of hobby shops in Dallas, really North Dallas, McKinney, all that, man. So I'm gonna try and hit some of those. After I get off work, all I got to do is go to the hotel room. So I'm sure there'll be functions here and there, but we're definitely gonna rip some stuff up there in Dallas, and we're gonna go check out some different hobby shops. By the way, speaking of hobby shops, guys, Hobby Town here in San Antonio, gone, closed down. I don't know if they're closing down all over the country or not, but the one here in San Antonio is no more. Took me by surprise. I really never went in there that much. I went in there a few times. A lot of E-word, crawlers, but they had a lot of things for the kids, man. Puzzles, games, models, kites, all that stuff. It's a shame, man. We need hobby shops like that. But my hobby shop, RCHQ, running strong, still in the game, going nowhere, man. Shout out Robbie, shout out Elliot. Keep going, man. You better not go out of business, ever. Alright, guys, that's going to be it, man. Shout out Gary, Foundry RC, man. Keep rocking the fifth scales. I love the race the other day. And shout out Mr. Bodegel. Let's see, I think you still got 2 more engines we need to unbox. Let's check them out, man. That's another thing, guys. We're going to be getting another couple of modified engines. Not right away. You guys know I'm not that big into the modified, but I do want some. This bad boy Pico, I don't run it a whole lot because you really can't find the parts for these. But I think, I don't know, maybe one day this week we'll throw this thing in something and give it a rip. I love this Pico modified. It's modified by PS, Power Secrets, with lightened AMR internals. Bad to the bone, Nitro engine right there. But I do want to get a couple of more modified. I'm probably going to modify one of my beloved P5s. I've got a brand new one up there. I've been waiting. This new job thing and the training has restricted me. I was offered a deal on fifth scale last week, and I couldn't pull the trigger yet, guys. Man, I'm not gonna risk or endanger. Never risk or endanger your family unit, man, for RC. Don't do it. Don't sell the farm to buy the goat or buy the cow, or however that slogan goes. Take care of your family first. Big shout out to my brother Gearhead Addict, man. Gearhead Addict is one of the hardest working dudes I've ever seen, man. I've seen his stuff he does out there in his maintenance shop, man, and that is a true gearhead. Some people claim to be gearheads, but they're not. They're really not. But this guy, you guys go check out Gearhead Addict. He's doing a build on the 8X. And that 8X is bad to the bone, Trevor, man. I love it. It's not the Elite, but so what, man? It's still a badass, buggy, professional race kit. By the way, guys, the Truggy is coming. Mark my words, man. I've seen it with my own eyes. The TLR Truggy, the X Truggy, I don't know what they're going to call it, X Truggy or what, but it is coming. They'll probably unveil it in one of the upcoming races or shootouts or something like that, but it is going to drop. And me and Gearhead, man, we're both going to get one. Ain't that right, buddy? We're going to build it together, man. I'm going to build it together from afar. But anyway, y'all go check out Gearhead Addict's channel. Give him some subs. Give him some loves. My subscribers, I would love you to go check out Gearhead Addict and subscribe to him. Also, like I said many times before, man, family affair, knows a lot. He's been racing for years and years and years. If you guys want real, in real time, wrenching tips and techniques, and you want to learn things the right way, there's a few guys out there. Go give Family Affair some subscriptions. Subscribe to my brother Gearhead Addict. He's kind of a newbie in Nitro. Not really a newbie, but you know what I mean. We're not as far along as some other guys. We're both learning as we go, and so go subscribe to those guys. Family Affair, Gearhead Addict. Who else? Go check out Corey over at TTR Racing, man. Give him some subscribers. I know his channel is growing. Little Mr. Chili, man. Thank you for all the positive comments, guys, man. I love all y'all. It's great, man. I love this hobby. Alright, guys. I don't want to get all feely good and mushy and all that. I'm going to go out here and go buy some new threads, some new duds. You know, like the ZZ Top song, Sharp Dress Man. That's going to be your Woogie. Alright, guys. I'm out. You guys have a great Sunday. I had to work yesterday, but I'm off today and tomorrow, but I have a meeting with my boss at 10 o'clock. Alright, guys, so for some reason I lost volume again. I don't know how this happens or why it happens, if anybody knows. Just like the end of the clip, it drops off. But anyway, shout out to everybody. We'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.